Okay, so we're here with Go Stadium at the Bilbao special event, and we are here with none other than vaNNiii, second place at the Bilbao special event. So, vaNNiii, how do you feel today?
Okay, I feel pretty good about being able to get my Worlds invite. Not that good about losing the grand finals, but at least got the main goal, which was qualifying for Japan and being able to have an invite.
Okay, so obviously this is not your first shot. You've attended 3 previous events and have come to 3rd place in 2 of them, I believe, or like just missing out on Top Cut. So going into this event, do you feel like you changed your prep or anything along those lines to ensure that you got this second place in Worlds invite?
Well, I tried to first have a solid team, which is like the main goal before an event. It was really hard because this is like the first event after the move update and the new, all the changes that happened 2 weeks ago. So it was really hard to come up with a team that was pretty solid against the meta because there wasn't any meta. Like basically Bilbao, Baltimore, and Porto Alegre, the Brazilian regional, are going to set the meta for the next
It's true.
events. So I think it was really hard to come up with a solid team or to come up with a solid idea. So I tried to basically have my own idea of the meta, which was the Warren being almost gone. So some monks that are usually weak to Warren, like Alteria,
Yeah.
or previous Trev or Nidoqueen, were going to be in the meta now. So I tried to predict that with Abomasnow. Snow.
Okay.
I was calling the Alterias, basically, obviously the Lanterns.
Yeah.
So
And how good did Abomasnow feel in
it
practice?
felt good as a team pressure, but it wasn't like completely safe to play in all my matchups. I barely played the Abomasnow, like few matchups. I maybe should have played it more in the finals, in the second BO5 of the grand finals because Jeremy and Altaria were showing quite a lot.
Yeah.
But it's hard to play, that's true, but the pressure it makes on the bench is at least valuable.
Okay, so we'll take a quick look at your team now, and then we'll touch on the finals again. So you chose to bring Swampert, Sableye, Lickitung, Shadow Nidoqueen, Registeel, and Shadow Abomasnow. So with that team, what do you reckon was like the strongest pick for you? What felt like weakest? What might you change in a future event?
So I think, like as always, Swampert was the best playmaker, uh, not only in Bilbao but also in Lille and Bremen and obviously LCQ. Did change my Shadow Swampert for the regular because I thought I was kind of weak to Obsa and some counter users. So I was appreciating the extra bulk that regular has. Not taking that 20% extra damage.
Yeah.
So Swampert is usually the pick I really enjoy playing because it's a playmaker. It's a safe swap.
Yeah.
It has play even against his soft counters or mons that has access to grass moves.
Yeah.
But in the grand final, for example, it was basically really hard to play as Altari and Drev were showing at the very end. Leaky was showing, and yeah, obviously Toxie and Ray were handleable, but Altaria was showing up too much.
Yeah.
So the MVP, or what made the finals, you could say, was the Shadow Nidoqueen. It's really hard to answer the Nido. And
Yeah.
obviously, if people start removing ice, that means Nidoqueen will become stronger. That's why I also brought ice as supplements, no? So even if Ray still is less popular and now Giffys is more popular, Nidoqueen can take down the Giffys because you have the Earth power. So I think that was like one of the best picks during the tournament. And then obviously Lickitung is safe as always.
Yeah.
You can play Lickitung in almost any scenario and it will pull bulk, strong and consistent damage with the leaks and the body slam. And obviously Sableye, one of the best save swaps.
Yeah.
But it's having issues right now because everyone is starting to play the Lickitung. So Sableye is becoming less and less playable as Save Swap. And even if you start playing Sableye and your opponent plays Lickitung all day long,
Yeah.
then Sableye becomes kind of an issue if you're aligned with the Licky. So well, then Reggie is because I usually like having a steal, and in this case it was either Giffis or Reggie, but I thought that since my weakest points were Obstinate and Scrafty, I would appreciate having a Focus Blast
Okay.
to one-shot both of them. I don't know if it was the right call because I almost didn't play Reggie that much, but I did play it in the finals and it was pretty good, but I do think that Giffis was also going to be pretty good and wild in the finals too.
Sure. Well, yeah, touching on the finals, so, you know, you obviously made it through the winners bracket the whole time, and you actually beat Basix the first time. Obviously, you know, you then played in the grand final. So what were the adjustments that you were considering making for the first round? And then obviously then when you were down into the losers brackets, what like play adjustments did you feel like you had to make?
So for the winners final, I felt like he recognized Toxie as his best mon and Nido as my best mon. So I was calling him playing APP lines with Toxie in the lead, which was the most playable thing. And he stick to that plan, and I swept the winners. So going into the grand finals, I think he reconsidered his comps and realized that if he was going to play APP lines like Toxie in the lead, and then obviously covering Toxie, like Licky and Reggie, and his Reggie lacking Focus Blast, he realized that it was going to be harder to win. So he tried to go with some more risky lines, soft ABAs, or trying to call my leads, or trying to call the mons I wasn't going to play like a bonus. No, he played, for example, Valteria lead, Trev in the back, Trev in the lead, Tox in the back, which is a risk. But if I don't lead with either a bonus or Sableye in that exact game, then that risk becomes a strength in the game.
That's true. Okay, well, I mean, you know, either way, again, congratulations on, you know, second place, securing your place in Japan. Just some closing thoughts, you know, do you have anything that you'd like to advise to people who are maybe considering entering a regional this season, or, you know, like going, you know, planning to already enter and like, you know, going forward to the next tournaments?
I would recommend everyone that wants to try themselves at regionals or at Pogo to go to any regional that happens near to them because it's worth a shot. Bilbao was free entry, obvious, and obviously they had no prizes like money prizes, but all of the other regionals have obviously an entry fee, but you have prizes. I mean, more prizes. It's not only the chance to prove yourself against stronger battlers, against people from that country and people from the outside. It's also the chance to meet those battlers, to meet those communities, and chill, enjoy with people you may have never known in person, and you talk to them online. That was like the best experience in Lille, for example. We went outside, we had dinner all together, not only the French people, but everyone going from Germany, from England, and from everywhere in Europe. Same happened in London. It's not about playing like you don't go there only to play. You go there to play. You go there to meet people, and you go there to have and to know friends you only had the chance to know and talk online.
Amazing. Well, thank you, vaNNiii, and we hope to see you again at another event.
Yeah, thank you very much, and hope to see you again.
Bye.
Bye.